Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Palo Alto Certified Network Security Administrator course. In this new episode of our first chapter, we will see next generation firewall architecture. Palo Alto architecture is characterized by the single pass architecture. So, what is exactly the single pass architecture? It's like a super efficient checkpoint where all inspection happen in one go. Let's see now single pass, the meaning of single pass. A single pass is when a data packet arrives at the firewall. It is processed just one time. The firewall looks at the packet and perform all tasks once. Like, for example, identify what application it belongs to, check for viruses or malware, and decide whether to allow or block based on your security rules. And as you see in the picture, we have also parallel processing. The parallel processing is when the firewall, hardware and software work together like a well-coordinated team. Then, instead of doing one task at a time, they handle multiple tasks in parallel, which makes the process super fast. And as you can imagine now, the advantage is the speed. Because the packet is only processed once, the firewall works faster, even when handling lot of traffic. And when the packet passes in one time, the Palo Alto firewall will check networking, application ID, user ID, content ID, and it will apply the policy in one time. Then, in parallel, the firewall looks at the packet's source and destination using IP addresses or MAC addresses. Then it decides how to route or forward the packet based on this information. And in one time, it will check also the application ID, user ID, content ID after that. For example, it will check user ID. In user ID, the Palo Alto networks will check the identity who is sending or receiving network traffic, not just their IP addresses. And this is important because security policies can be based on user or groups. For example, in a rule, allow only the HR team to access this application, not just devices or IP addresses. In parallel also, the Palo Alto will check application ID technology. The application ID, as you know, uh, it's a technology that identifies applications in network traffic, no matter how the traffic is discrete or what port it uses. It's like the firewall ability to recognize what you are doing on the network. And in parallel, the firewall will check the content ID. The content ID is the process where the firewall looks inside the packet content to understand what is in it and check for potential threats or sensitive information. Think of it like opening a package to inspect what is inside, not just looking at the label. And in the hardware part, the Palo Alto firewall is divided in two parts. We have the control plane and we have the data plane. We can consider that the control plane as the brain of the Palo Alto firewall. The control plane ensures the configuration, rule or policies, for example. The control plane is also responsible for the login. Every time traffic passes, the firewall log the information. And finally, the control plane is also responsible for the reporting. It prepares charts and reports so you can see everything passes through your Palo Alto network. And now we will see the data plane. We call data plane or traffic plane. So the data plane is where the real traffic flows. I mean your emails, web browsing, etc. We can mention that the data plane has a special processor. Each focuses on a different job. We have three type of processor. We have signature processor, we have security processor, and we have network processor. The signature processor scans traffic to catch threats that match a database of patterns like viruses, spyware, and malware. And the security processor is responsible for or handle things like application ID, like user ID, URL filtering, SSL decryption, policy enforcement, and the VPN. And concerning the network processor, this one is all about moving the traffic at the network level. That include routing, for example, NAT, COS, quality of service, I mean. And finally, let's see now the zero trust. What is the zero trust exactly? Is a security approach that assumes no one and nothing is automatically trusted, whether they are inside your network. Never trust means don't assume a user or device or connection is safe just because it is inside your network or has been trusted before. And the meaning of always verify means that check and validate every connection, every user or every device every time they try to access something. And in this case, we have north-south traffic and we have east-west traffic. What is the meaning of north-south traffic? It's inspect and verify all traffic entering or leaving your network to protect against external threats. In contrast, east-west traffic inspect and verify traffic within your network to prevent internal threats or lateral movement by attackers.